Yeah, that's the flute of Pelle Karlsen. Is singing this well-known "He is my song and my joy" in Swedish. I wanted to have him on board here because when I start singing it, I get very touched. I can't sing such a song because something about that makes me feel not well. I want to sing with a clear heart, a good conscience, right intentions, not to play a game, not to fake a fake a life, not to fake anything. I want to be honest. Maybe I can get to sing this in the chamber of song, as Leonard Cohen sang, the chamber of song. There is a lot of fake people going around. And I don't want to be one of them. Sorry to say that, my friends. I've seen enough. I've seen too many fake people. And they sing, they preach, they even do good just to get a name for themselves. How is that for you? Would you buy into that? They play a game with you and they are not honest. Honest people don't play games. Don't cheat or fool around. Don't cheat, don't lie, don't but you see the priests today. Those priests are found guilty in molesting children, raping little girls and boys. Even the highest of the highest in the Catholic, in the church, where there should be holiness. But the churches, I remember when I was growing up, they wanted to have nice churches. The better church, it was the better. The better church, the better. It was this kind of notion that if it looks fine, it should be fine. We are perfect. The more beautiful the church were, the darkness came, shadowed it all. People are very superficial minded. They look on the surface. And I have seen some churches. People live in a false reality. They dress nice. They dress perfect. I hate what I started to hate when I was within this church community is that people told me how to dress. David, if you mind me speaking about David a little bit. David was told, if you are going against Philistines, the Palestinians or the Philistines, You need to dress up. And maybe Israel is asked to dress up when they meet the Palestinians. The hate from Palestinians. Dress codes is important for those superficial people that are fake, that are lying through their mouth, through their pen. If you have this rulership, if you are ruling, David didn't rule back then, but he came to rule, and he perverted the rulership, that everything was his. And they started to say, my church, my church. I reacted on that. How come people start to say, my church, my synagogue? I can't answer for the Jews now, but it was something about David that everybody should learn from. He was asked to dress up, and he couldn't do it. He had this soul that couldn't be changed, whether from inside or outside. He believed in the task. He believed in what was for him. People go around faking their life. When I hear some people tell me one thing, and to others they say something else. What kind of a fake person would do that? Someone you wouldn't believe, someone you wouldn't trust. And back in those days, at the church I belonged, Bethany in Kongsberg, they had a simple church. That was all. Then in the initiate start, it started with problem. Because, what can I say? It started with this: the old is not good, the elderly are not good, and there were a conflict between the elders and youngsters, as it seemed. But I think it was a spiritual separation. It was this popularity, what gained popularity. And I was in one occasion told what not to do when I was leading some congregation. I was pretty young back then. And I shouted at this person, so furious. If I'm told to lead this congregation, you are not to tell me what not to do. I do as I please. I shouted, and I was furious because I was told that some here that were coming to this church were not Christians. So I had to dress in different clothes. I remember that phone call very vividly. I was told to be at ease with, because there are some that are not Christian in this event. I asked her to shut up. And you see, it began with no trust. The elderly that had It was a fight between the elders and youngsters, but it came that within the elders there were some jumpers here and there that was not aligning with themselves. They couldn't agree with themselves. So they some of them jumped over to the youth and acted as players for the youth. Where am I going with this? Honesty. 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 Even the priest, so they perverted and in that start, when they started up, they got a new priest. And he was very involved in the new building, a large building. And that is, it was put in a place where the sewage was going. And that was a bad place. And it was asked, how would this building cope with the sewage that is going here? It was very symbolic for me that this church that was on the hilltop, close to the prison in town, were moved, or sold out, moved to the sewage in town, Kongsberg. So you see, they ended up in the gutter, so to say, because this pastor went and wanted to have his way with the ladies in church. So it starts, you see, the pastors may be reminded of, you can never address such a thing to the congregation. It starts with you. We are not fooled by you, your high position, your nice clothes, your words that betrays everybody. If you sing this kind of song, let me put it on again. Wait. That went blank, sorry for that. If you sing this kind of song, you have to do it with honesty. You have to do it with honesty. In the darkness. A time in darkness. You priests, your leaders, church leaders, you are not the one that should address such a thing. David is a pure and simple example on that. I heard from some of my friends that their pastors wanted to have their way with them. Some of my lady friends. I've never imagined, before I get used to those stories, they have no self-awareness. you that listen to this and are novice in all these kind of matters, those priests are there to tempt you. Tempt you. They are not there to be listened to. They are there to tempt you. They are not honest. They are liars. They can be so, what do you call it, charismatic. I went to a church with my daughters, and there were this, I don't know, remember his name, but he was a very famous preacher from United Kingdom, the Kingdom or something. And he was preaching. I didn't really catch what he was talking about. It was this twisted, it was not a clear message. And he went after the preaching. It was some invitation to seek God. And people in the congregation think honestly that if I go here and he or this man or this lady is praying for me, something will happen. That is liars, my friend. And I won't have those to touch me. And he went up to the amphi I was sitting at. This famous, this high and mighty, he had this guards around him that was looking here and there, looking for someone to pray for. And there were some. And I was just sitting with my daughter and watched him. Not acting as a prayer, not acting as a disbeliever either. I didn't act, I just sat there and watched him, looked at him. And he caught my eyes. And he said, "You have problem with me?" And I waved him off. Go away. I have told this story because I slowly come to realize those men, those women that are in this high position should be humbling themselves. They should never draw attention to themselves. That is the spark that will end their time there. To draw attention, like I said to my pastor here in Norway, in the church I was here in Sandefjord, I was the maintainer. And I said, why does Arild Edvardsen get all the attention? Why wouldn't Jesus or me get the attention? No. So they have these excuses. And it seems to be very holy. As long as they use the name of Jesus, the name of God in their mouth, they are protected. Like a shield. And I don't buy into those. I don't buy into big congregation either. I don't buy into followers. I don't buy into their lies, their preaching. They can be good preachers like me. They can be good talkers like someone that you admire. I'm sorry to say, my friend, this is not going anywhere. So, in your hands, Jesus in your hands. When the congregation do as told, sermon. When it's someone told me that it's not a meeting, it's a service or whatever it is. When you attend those services, you do as told. That is the commander and chief that you think you are following. And you get high on the feeling that someone there is blessing you. I think as long as it doesn't really lead to profound changes in your life, it's something else. Jesus changed. People that pray to God will be changed. But people that do as they are told in those churches, it will not happen, my friends. It's a visual thinking, and it's a fake life, and you shouldn't be there. You should live your life in honesty. Live your life in honesty. I'm sorry to say, to disappoint you, my friend, but those that are attending those congregations, those that think that they do a big service by being there, you must re-evaluate that. I don't say that it is wrong. I say you need to re-evaluate your position. I don't say don't follow me. I don't say that. You should not follow me. And I was called when I went out of this church here. I was told for some recommendations since I went out of the church, and I said that I have the same feeling, but I said, you have no idea. If you can't go to the elders, if you can't confront the elders, I will have no respect for you leaving the church. Confront the elders, the leaders in the church, with your heart broken or whatever issue that is, and put things into the light, because that is honesty. You can't diverge from that. If you are leaving the church, go to the elders. They need some respect. They need some responsibility. They need to see their own position in their church in order to see what impact we have on the members. So if your pastor is asking you for a time with you, pleasuring himself, that should be in the open space. That should be told. But people that are used to lies, people that are used to cheat around, avoiding everything that I don't like, they are used to lies. They are used to repeat what people are reacting on, just to get a pleasure out of that. How great of a person, Christian, are you, if that is the case? You see, David, he was asked to wear new clothes. Not only clothes, but have the weapon that maybe more equipped to deal with this big issue. But David saw what was the problem. Back in those days, he saw right to the core, and I have this nephew that see to the core all things, and he is brave to go to the elders. He went to the elders. I have to say that. He went to the elders, the pastor and elders, and they were just defending themselves. Sorry to say, this is the fact. He went. He is a brave man, and he will be blessed. He will be blessed. You see, the church today is corrupted. They are looking on new things. They are hurting people for being honest. When you are hushed, be silent. Ling. Ling in lo. Keep quiet. When you are, from some of the leaders, are asked to not be frank, honest. When you are asked to lie, that is end of the beginning. The beginning of the end. The beginning of the end. And when they started to build this church in the gutter, in the sewage, not to have the little church that we had on the Temple Mount, on the mount, and aside, just beside Bethania, was the prison. It's like this Temple Mount in Jerusalem. The big temple should be built there, not in the sewage, back in the gutter. No, it should be on the Temple Mount, just beside the mosque that is there. Because people from jail will come to the freedom. That is a great picture. So, be a light, my friend. Be the light. Be the constant light. The persistent light. The light that doesn't change. Whether it's here and there, who and when, and all those occasions that you are gathering in. You are not asked to lie, so why do you lie? Why do you lie? If your friends ask you, why do you lie? Why do you cheat around? Why do you fool around or act as you are fooling around? Don't do that. You will not break anyone's heart. You are a broken vessel yourself. Broken to pieces. You are mature to receive the salvation. When you go around cheating like that, you are mature to say, I'm cheating. When you are aware of your cheating, you will say, I am the one. So my friends, this was just some rare words from me that you knew will come anyway. And I don't need to go to a temple in order to worship God. I have my temple here. I do my honest work with myself. I need my place in order to do amends, so I can right my wrongs.